Harlan and David Aldridge will be joining us on the sideline as well. Here at the midway point, what we begin to realize now, there were some underrated pickups in the offseason that are showing what they can do.
Yeah, these are the kind of moves where at the end of the year you start thinking about candidates for executive of the year because they've plugged some holes. They've had an acquisition that's made their bench deeper, and we start to see in an 82-game season that maybe in the 55th to 57th game, a pickup like that is helping them win ball games. This is where those guys earn their money, the general manager.
Not wholesale changes. Just one guy can change a team slightly, and that nuance pays off.
Oh, anything subtle like that, that's where really you tip your hat to the general managers who understood that at some point during the year, we're going to lean on this player.
Now the starting group for the visitors. We've got the little general. Lydon is out there with the magician. Then there's the doctor. And it's Newton in at the 2 spot. Here's Lydon. 6 on the shot clock. Puts it up from 15. Holland with the rebound. And now just over a minute played here in the first. Here is Lynch. 9 points last game out. Outside Westbrook for the 3. That one misses.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Here's Terrell. Holland with the rebound. First quarter, about a minute and a half in. Here's Morrison. 11 points for him in that last game against Atlanta. From outside the arc. Holland, no good. Gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game. Here's Big Smooth. Lynch defending. Newton passes to Lydon. Here's Big Smooth. No good from Lydon.
Yeah, they're a little bit cold here. 0 for 4 to get this one going.
Here is Lynch. Morrison, the pass to Stanley. He tries for 3. That shot off the mark. If you're just tuning in, we've played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Here's Little General. He averages about 5 points a game. Morrison pulls it in.
Yeah, slow start right now. 5 straight misses to get this one going.
From past the arc, bangs home the trifecta. Morrison's got 5 points so far. Morrison's gone 50% from the arc, 1 of 2. Now let's send it over to David Aldridge, who was able to talk with head coach Luke Walton.
Well, Kevin, speed will be on display this evening. He told his players, get out and transition every chance they get and try to turn this into a track meet. We'll see if they can have their running shoes on tonight. Back to you.
Thank you, David.
Yeah, it looked like they tried to shoot their way out of the slump, and that didn't work. They got to go back and regroup.
Well, no matter how hard it's been, you want to stay positive, stay focused, and maybe a couple shots will get you right back in it.
And now you see the 2K leaderboard. Not only have these teams caused a lot of turnovers over the last 10 games, but they've scored off them as well.
Just a terrific job over this stretch of forcing turnovers and capitalizing. They'd love to continue that trend.
Down low, trying to get something going, and he sinks the layup.
And where's the help? Obviously, a missed rotation, something they're going to want to patch up.
Well, you have to be able to trust each other on the defensive end of the floor. Otherwise, the whole thing is just going to crumble.
Here's Morrison. He's got 5. Deflects the pass. Fast break. Here we go. Here's Moss, and he stuffs it. What a pass to set him up.
And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal. And then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
Well, it fires up your teammates and the fans when you make plays like that out in the open court and explosive.
And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
And had the right idea there in calling for the screen, but he was just slow to get to the spot and didn't get set.
A lot of this is just poor effort right now. He knows what the timing of the play should be. He gets a little lazy about what it could be.
Pass to Newton. Here's Little General. Lynch defending. Reynolds passes to Leiden. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls.
I mean, even he was surprised to be that open.
Gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. There's the pass to Stanley. Inside, Morrison makes it off the glass. Morrison's got 7 points.
Well, passing is something he does very well, especially when it comes to leading his man to the right spot.
Passes it to Moss. To the inside. Great pass to set up the lay-in.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
Here is Lynch. Pass to Morrison. Five to shoot. Pass to Stanley. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
And this is what it's all about, guys. The competitive spirit, the energy that we're seeing. This one's got the feeling like it's going to go down to the wire.
And if it does, as evenly as these two teams have played here, it's anyone's guess who's going to come out on top.
Here's Morrison. He has 7. Shoots from the line. Can't get it to drop. Made 3. Missed 2 from the field. To the inside. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
Let's talk about team defense, Brent. To develop trust, it seems like guys have got to communicate on the floor.
I talk to my friends often who ask me about playing an NBA game and playing defense. They first start with saying that I didn't play any, but the second
They're wrong.
The second
They
thing that
are
we
wrong.
get, but the second thing we get to, Kevin, is talking about really how intricate good defenses can be. You talk about communication, that's one thing, but throughout the course of the season, you build so much sweat equity on defense and trust by knowing that somebody's going to be behind you, hearing that voice consistently, but positions on the floor where you almost develop play sets as a defensive team. Now, when you reach that level, that's the upper echelon, but that's when it really gets fun to be down on that end, to shut a team down, to keep a crowd quiet. Defense always begins with great communication.
So many things. Rotations and playing angles and having the guy in back, you know what you can do well, what you can't do well if you're ahead of him.
Well, that, Kevin, and also great teams who are adaptable to make changes on the fly. All of a sudden, a dead ball, coach calls out a different coverage. You want to mess up the team's rhythm on the other end, and 5 guys, they snap to it and can carry out that defensive assignment in one play call. That's great defense.
Back to Rodriguez. On the pass to Chan. And the first shot of the night for him, no good. Gotten 5 of 10 shots to drop in this game so far. Right at the 50% mark. Lets it go from 11. That one a little long. Gone 4 for 9 from the field to start this game off. Teague left side. Snatched away. And here comes the break. Here's Oakley. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
All right, a chance to check out the stats for the waiter. How last month turned out for him. He's averaging 7 points a game, 5 rebounds, and 2 assists. And he's a threat to go off in any game from anywhere.
I love it when guys tap back into that gift. All these guys at some point were that kind of player in their career. Fun to see it show up here.
No good on the free throw. And he sinks the second. Shooting 44% overall here in the first quarter. Outside Teague. Here's Morrison. He has 7. He kicks it to Pierce. Shot clock at 6. Morrison the pass to Rodriguez. A three-pointer, no good. Shooting 45% from the floor since the game got underway. Vincent. And Rodriguez pulls it down.
That's a wide open shot. Sadly, he came up short.
Here's Morrison, defended by Oakley.
And that's just good offense. Surprised he blew that one, and the defense is too.
To the middle. And it's good for 2.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Rodriguez feeling it out a bit. Passes it to Morrison. Over Oakley. Morrison can't hit. Gone 6 of 13 from the field, just under the 50% mark. Oakley passes to Vincent. Goes back up, and it's good on the lay-in. Mills has got his first points in this one.
Defensively, you cause the miss, but then you have to corral it.
Well, that's the second part of the equation there. Block out, be aggressive, and control the glass.
Here's Morrison. He's got 7. They need this. No basket. Missed number 5 out of his 8 shots. To the left wing. Here's Hamilton. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Rodriguez outside. Teague with a clean look. To the wing on the left. Pass to Rodriguez. Right side Pierce. Over to the wing. Here's Morrison. It's hauled in by Oakley.
Yeah, another missed opportunity, and you can just see the frustration.
Yeah, when your shot's in the fridge like this, it's easy to lose your confidence, and that's why some of the most prolific scorers, they have short-term memories.
And he makes that one. Oakley's got 5.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Here's Morrison, defended by Oakley. Pass to Chan. T kicks to Morrison. Shoots a 3. Vincent with the rebound.
That's like milk on a hot day, just a bad decision. Absolutely no reason for him to be taking those shots.
Count it.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high percentage looks. from inside.
Here's Morrison, defended by Oakley. The pass to Chan, trying to get something going, and the layup is good.
Artful passing on that play, showing a real desire to set up the teammate.
And so it's the visiting team going into the break with a 10-point lead. Their defense has been terrific in this game. Right back after this break. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the visiting team, what do you think?
A huge fan of how they have rotated here defensively, been able to challenge multiple shots.
And if you're rotating like that, it's got to be a great line of communication between all five guys. You see that reflected on the scores, all that trust showing up with the lead.
Being a pretty sorry 29% from the floor here. We've got Lynch, and it's Chan in at the 5, down low. Outside Teague. Knocked away. And yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim. So it's the visitors now. They've held a 12-point lead earlier.
And the last time these teams met, it was a walk in the park, and everybody got in on the act. Their bench was spectacular in that win.
Well, they built up the big lead and then let the second unit get out there and do their work. And you're right, the guys coming in off the bench were spectacular. They put up a ton of points.
Miracle Man is out there with Maverick. Then there's the waiter. Then it's Oakley. And it's Gardner in at the 3. Oakley against Lynch. Kicks it to T. Rodriguez passes to Chan, and he gets it to go.
Not sure you can ask for a better look. He can make those shots while sleeping.
Passes it to Garner. Back to Oakley. In the hoop for his third make from the field. He's 3 for 4 thus far in the contest.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Teague deciding where to go with it, and the 3 ball is good. Teague's got his second basket of the night.
The defense cannot let guys get into that kind of comfort zone. You have to patrol the three-point line, or you risk getting burned.
Now, here is Oakley. 7 points in the game. Fades and shoots. No good from Hamilton.
Wow, huge sigh of relief for the defense on that possession. You cannot give mid-range shooters any space like that to operate.
We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. Teague can't hit.
Yeah, and something we always talk about, though, shot selection.
Well, being aggressive is one thing, but aggression with control is another, and you need both elements working together.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. Lynch passes to Teague. Here is Lynch. The dish to Teague. Pass to Lynch. Now Rodriguez. Off target from outside. To the wing right side. And no one able to grab it as it goes out of bounds. On Saturday, they'll head out on the road to face the Pistons in Detroit. Then on Sunday, they're off to Toronto to face the Raptors.
And looking at the schedule, it isn't ideal in terms of the upcoming games with the amount of quality teams they're going to be playing, but it's also a good chance for you to get some confidence and really see just how good you are.
Last season, Brent, the addition of 2-way contracts, does that make developing players in the G League even more valuable than it was before?
I believe last year, Kevin, that almost 50% of the players in the league, and it might have been a smidge more, had some kind of G League experience.
It's terrific.
And that's phenomenal.
Yes.
We're almost close to the 30 for 30 affiliation in the G League. You saw a success story last year in Quinn Cook coming up and getting a contract with the Warriors. This is awesome for the league. They've also upped the minimum contract for G League players to $35,000. All of these signs and the way that teams are using the G League, extremely positive, Kevin.
Here's Little General. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Shot from 12. They get it back, and the shot goes in.
A slight advantage for them in the rebound department, but that oftentimes is all it takes.
And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Stanley, the pass to Lynch. Left side, Westbrook. To the left side wing. Holland. Can't get it to go. He's taken 2 and missed 2. Gone 3 of 7 shooting the ball here in the second quarter. Pass to Moss. Westbrook with the nice D there. Gone 4 of 8 so far here in the second quarter. The pass to Lynch, the 10-footer. That one's not going to go. And 38% in the second quarter. Offensively, they look a little bit confused. It's stolen. Teague with the ball. He's got 5. Outside Westbrook. Passes it to Holland. 9 feet out. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
That's his first personal foul. At the line, Stanley. Taking 2 shots.
The first free throw is good. Big Smooth, he's checked in for the great. He makes 1 of 2 that time. From the field, 44%, not bad. Pass to Reynolds. Here's Little General. Teague covering. Here's Terrell. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Little General's got his first bucket in this one.
Absolutely fearless. I mean, a nice subtle adjustment there going up against Wentz.
Yeah, this is the feel of a player to use his body to keep the shot from being blocked. Excellent work there.
Outside Teague. And the 3 off target.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. And he makes the first. Well, there's a lot of talk, too, Brent, about the age requirement for entering the draft. And Commissioner Silver has said it's a clear change that's probably on the way. What do you think the league should do?
Can you and I talk about a guy that you know quite well who in 1995 came out as the
17-year-old,
pick
I know
in
it.
the NBA draft? Kevin Garnett came into the league and handled himself extremely well. Now, for every one of those stories, we know there were other ones where guys did not make much of their NBA careers.
But then here comes the G League.
The G League, to me, is the huge key.
That's the equalizer.
A lot
isn't
of these guys have a ripcord now for some of those things that transpired over the course of the last 30 years, where they can have a softer landing point to continue to develop, to continue to mature, and have an opportunity to make something of their NBA career.
Excellent explanation. Here's the doctor. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. And good. Got the English that time as it falls. Here's Morrison. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
And one thing they'll discuss are their defensive rotations. The other is in the matchups.
We're seeing very little help defense on the inside, and even when there is help, it's been ineffective.
Vincent's checked in for the doctor. And a look at the locations on the floor where he's been shooting the ball.
Well, you have to give him credit because he's done everything he can to help contribute, but it doesn't appear to be in the cards for him tonight. A lot of strange releases, and he just isn't the same efficient scorer that we're used to seeing.
Here is Lynch. The pass to Stanley. The rebound by Leiden.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Well, I have no idea how he made that, but hey, sometimes a little bit of luck helps.
Here's Morrison. He has 7. To the middle. Here's Stanley. Nails the baby hook. He's got 7.
And no one really crashing down on the backside, a breakdown defensively.
Gone 6 of 11 from the floor. Over 50% shooting here in the second quarter. Here's Big Smooth. He's coming off a 10-point game against Philadelphia. Here's Morrison. He kicks to Westbrook. Over Vincent. And it's Westbrook missing. Shooting at 48% from the floor. Looking good. Here's Little General. And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. We've got Lynch, and it's Morrison in at the point guard position. Here's Morrison. Shot clock at 6. Picked his pocket. Unhindered, going all the way.
Out quickly, then the beautiful execution. You can't do it any better.
Well, there's running the floor, and then there's running the floor with purpose, and I love the energy on this play.
To the paint, and they immediately answer back with the dunk at the other end.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg. Here's Big Smooth. He's got 5. Here's Leiden. Holland with the rebound. Holland's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Here's Big Smooth. Lynch defending.
That's 1 for their first 4 to start the second half.
Westbrook wide open. He fires. The rebound by Leiden. Leiden's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Little General the pass to Moss. It's deflected.
Yeah, the offense scuffling a bit to start this second half. Only 1 for the first 5.
Outside Westbrook. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. And now let's turn to the 2K leaderboard for a look at the squads that have the most points in transition over the past 10 games.
I mean, no doubt for me that they've hit their stride the last few weeks. I mean, they are punishing the defenses with that up-tempo style.
Here's Little General. It's tipped, and they'll keep possession. Yep, it counts. Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. Here's Morrison. He has 7. Pass to Holland. Passes to Morrison. 6 on the shot clock. Lets the 3 fly. Here's Stanley. Another shot. He takes it up and lays it in. 11 points in the game.
Bucket earned, out muscling and out hustling everybody for the rebound.
3 minutes gone now in the third quarter. Lynch passes to Morrison. Outside Westbrook. Pass to Morrison. Pulls up on the wing. The rebound by Leiden. Leiden's got 8 rebounds in this game. Here's Reynolds. Great D that time from Westbrook. Gone 2 of 6 from the field here in the third. 3-pointer. Lynch's shot is off.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Here's Newton. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. Big Smooth got 7 points.
Up by a bunch. He's still pushing the action, trying to impose his will.
Well, collectively, they've done it tonight here. A passionate performance from the squad.
Yeah, it looks like they tried to shoot their way out of the slump, and that didn't work. They got to go back and regroup.
Well, no matter how hard it's been, you want to stay positive, stay focused, and maybe a couple shots will get you right back in it.
Teams changing it up here. A pretty brutal 29% since the break. Right side Westbrook. Here's Holland. A look at his stats. He averages a bit over 8 points a game. The shot by Rodriguez, no good. Gone a lackluster 3 of 9 from the field since halftime. Here's Little General. Over to the left wing. Gardner passes to Leiden. Here's the Magician. And it's good. The time running down on the shot clock. The Magician's got 4 this quarter.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
Now here's Teague. 5 points in the game. Right wing, the 17-footer. And good as it just snugs right down through the net.
Great use of the bounce pass. Thumbs down on that one, Kevin. Tough to defend against.
And there's the pass to Leiden. And that one is stuffed right through.
This guy is a high flyer. I mean, especially for a power forward, and he needs to be as an undersized player.
This will be his 3rd free throw shot of the game.
And you know what? The work he's put in at the line starting to pay off. How about 78% on the season?
A low 30% right now. An ugly offensive performance. Westbrook kicks to Rodriguez. Pass to Teague. Tries from 16. Here's Pierce. Outside for Rodriguez. Outside Teague. Second chance shot. That shot, no good.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
Gone just a bit under 50% from the field since halftime. 5 out of 11. The waiter passes to Terrell. Pass to the waiter. And Mills kicks to Lydon. And the layup's good off the glass. Lydon's got 5 points now in the quarter.
So good at picking his spots. He always knows exactly what the team needs from him offensively. That's why they hold the lead.
Now here's Teague. He's tightly guarded. Shot clock at 6. Here's Rodriguez. Money from the wing. Rodriguez has got his first bucket of the night. Gotten 6 of their 12 shots to drop for him here in the second half so far. Little General the pass to Lydon. Pass to the waiter. Mills in the corner. Here's Garner. No good from outside. Shooting just 33% in the second half so far. They need to look at more high-quality shots. Westbrook kicks to Rodriguez. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation.
Trying to cut into this lead. Bad time for a miscue.
Yeah, they may have some ants in the pants right here. You just have to take what the defense gives you.
Vincent's checked in for Little General. The ball at 46% success rate since the beginning of the third quarter. There's the pass to the waiter. Vincent's shot is good. Vincent's got his second basket of the night.
Not sure you can ask for a better look. He can make those shots while sleeping.
T kicks to Westbrook. Wants to get it to Pearson, does. Comes up empty down low.
Like the tactics on defense there, refusing to give the shooter the easy layup at the rim.
And it goes down 2 points. Lydon's got 15 points.
I love the pace he's playing with, letting his offense come to him naturally and then building upon this lead for his team.
Now here's Teague. He has 5. To the inside. Here's Chan. That's good, and so Teague with the assist. Teague's got 3 assists in the game. Pass to Vincent. Here's the great.
Oh, and he breaks out the tomahawk. No soft finish there. Pure power.
Yeah, we could feel that one all the way over here. Feeds it to Westbrook and finished off by Westbrook.
Flying high and throwing it.
Big smooth out there with Vincent. Then there's the waiter. Then there's the doctor. And it's Lydon in at the center filling out the middle. Newton passes to Lydon. Here's Vincent. Passes it to Lydon. Shot clock at 6. The 17-footer. That shot, no good.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you could see the frustration on his face.
And they pick up 2. Holland's got 12 points here in the second half.
Just a late reaction there from the defense, and he is always going to finish that one.
Pass to Vincent. Here's the doctor. Second chance effort. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. Here's Holland. No good on the 3. 1:04 left in the fourth quarter. And there's the pass to Vincent. And they pick up 2.
I'll tell you, when you're the visiting team, it can be hard to maintain focus, but not tonight.
Tonight they have stuck with what they do well, handling all the exterior pressure, and they're likely to come out on top here.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. .59 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Pass to Holland. Here is Lynch, covered by Hamilton. Inside, here's Holland, and he banks in the layup.
Just a great attack mentality. Got right through the defense to finish strong inside.
Vincent the pass to Moss. Down low, Hamilton. Marvelous lead pass, and he throws it down.
And this is how you close out a game, not taking any chances.
Yeah, you gotta be relentless in this game or the tide can turn on you. Not here, not tonight.
Here's Morrison. Blanketed by the D, fights to the rim for the layup.
If you're going in amongst the trees, you have got to be aggressive.
Well, he's also crafty with how he approaches it. Right there, he uses just the right move to lay it in.
Oakley passes to Vincent. Down low. Nice shot by Hamilton.
Got to give a ton of credit to the screener there. That was a perfect pick to give his teammate the space to knock down the shot.
Here's Morrison. And so it's a victory for the road team in this one. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
And that'll do it, folks. For Brett Berry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is